Well, let's get more now from France 24's Gulliver Cragg, who is in Bucha. Gulliver, just if you will, can we start by talking about what's happening there now? What's the scene like?
Well, I'm standing outside the morgue in Bucha, and behind me you can see this tent, which is an information centre that the municipal authorities have put in place in order for people to come and try to find their loved ones. I spoke earlier to the lady who's manning the tent at the moment, and she said that they have dozens of people every day. Most of them know that the people that they're looking for have died, but they don't necessarily know where the bodies are. They can't all fit in this morgue, and so they've been dispatched around to different places. And she has the not very pleasant job, of course, of informing people of where they can find the bodies of their deceased loved ones. She said also that a minority, but quite a lot of people come not knowing whether the people they're looking for are dead or alive, and then they have to try to help them investigate what happened to them. This lady said that she herself fled the area on the evening of the first day of the invasion, but returned 2 weeks ago, but that she's now living in a house that has no electricity and no gas. But the way she put it to me, she said they're all right because they've at least got a chimney in the house, so they're able to cook and keep warm, unlike other residents of this area. Though some are luckier still, if you want to put it that way, because actually electricity has been restored to some areas of Bucha, including the blocks of flats that you can see behind me there. Some families who said they just returned a couple of days ago said that the electricity is on, and you can even see children now playing in the courtyard. So despite the terrible trauma that this town has gone through, there is some semblance of life beginning to return.
And Gulliver, we're getting some information about inhabitants in the southern region of Kherson, where they've been protesting against Russia and the Russian invasion. What do we know about those places that are currently under Russian occupation, Gulliver?
Well, it's quite hard to get information from the places that are under Russian occupation because people there are very wary of talking about what's going on because they're fearful of repressions from the Russian forces. And I spoke to one woman from Kherson, but who's now elsewhere in Ukraine, but has family in Kherson yesterday, and she said that there is a great climate of fear, that numerous people have been abducted, including her own father, who she said she later saw on Russian television in a group of prisoners in occupied Crimea in Sevastopol. And there's clearly a bid by the Russians to suppress resistance to the occupation in Kherson. This woman told me that the overwhelming majority of people there are absolutely opposed to the Russian occupation. And in the early days of the occupation, there were quite large-scale protests there, but they died out, really. But there was one attempt to protest today against the nomination of a pro-Russian mayor by Russia in Kherson yesterday, but not very many people came to the protest by all accounts, and the Russian forces dispersed it very quickly. Some people were actually injured in that dispersal of the protest.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed for your update. France 24's Gulliver Cragg in Bucha. Thank you.